Welcome to episode 6, the last episode in the first season of Wensleydale and Wensleydale Railway. I hope you've enjoyed this little glimpse inside the workings and happenings at Wensleydale and how we've recovered from the COVID-19 lockdown, got ourselves back into operation. You can see behind me one of our lovely shiny new restored coaches. All the work on that for restoration and repaint has been done in the shed here at Leeming Bar. Going to talk to a few more characters around the railway today. Now we're back to running Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. Just take a look at what the Wednesday looks like properly running with these services. So grab yourself a brew and join in.
And I am the station master's wife, and I lived here from 1921, and Matthew says we retire in 1929, and in fact they did. They retired in 1929. Now I know something about Matthew after 1929. After they retired he moved to Darlington and he died in Yarm in 1947. I don't know anything about Betty at all. Betty did leave here in 1929, but what happened to her then? I don't know. So what can I tell you? This is the station master's parlour, and this wallpaper, which is very nice, is William Morris wallpaper. Now it was a very expensive wallpaper.
Wensleydale. I'm the director with the responsibility for health and safety. I think we've dealt with it pretty good really. Obviously things was changing all the time, and we've tried to follow the government guidelines throughout and set up procedures to meet that. We have to consider our workforce. A lot of the volunteers are 70 plus, 60, 70 plus. So again, we had to be aware of that and make sure that where we worked in the critical safety elements, such as the track maintenance, that the men followed the guidelines, and we put out details of the guidelines every time the government updated them. We also got recognition in We're Good to Go, which is a national thing in the tourist industry. We spent a lot of money on things like fogging machines and sanitizer stations around the site. We fogged all the rolling stock and the offices in the early days, and we continue to this day to fog the rolling stock, and we maintain the requirement wherever possible for people to wear masks on the railway. Even though they're no longer mandatory, we encourage wearing of masks. So I think all in all we've followed the guidelines as closely as we can, and it hasn't created too many difficulties for us. Obviously there's some concern nationally about particularly people going back to school and whether that will increase COVID. I think from our point of view we will cover all we can do. I think the tickets has been sold in a way that has COVID in mind, and we will follow the guidelines as they come out. But I think overall we're very aware what we need to do. We have the equipment to keep the rolling stock sanitised and make sure all the staff are aware of what we need to do. So we will keep putting guidelines out, and subject to whatever the government come up with, we'll follow them. But yeah, I think we'll be ready. It's how we need to be ready, and only time will tell. Very well really. My professional life, I retired 12 years ago now, but I was a traffic manager for British Steel. And although it wasn't a passenger service, the one thing that the National Railway doesn't do, is you had a responsibility for all areas. Track, rolling stock, health and safety, manning levels, etc. So it didn't just cover one area, it covered the full site, which is a bit like this really. This is a full site and it's enclosed, and although we follow the National Railway wherever possible, we're different in that we've got volunteers and we're standalone site. So I think in that sense it helped. Getting dirty. On a Wednesday I like to come down and help Matt, who's rebuilding a steam loco from scratch really, and I just like to give him a day a week, and I come down, get the grinding machine out, clean the rust off the loco, what we've got of it at the moment, and prime it. So yeah, it's a day where I can relax and come out and meet people, and we discuss some of the safety issues as we go along as well, obviously. So it's just, and it makes me visible, so I'm here and about.
David Burkett. Basically look after the rolling stock, particularly the mechanical side, axles, brakes, everything like that, and whatever else needs doing really. Coming up to 8 years. No problem at all. I mean, I think everybody by now realises who we are, and they know who to talk to and who we're talking about. So. They seem to have done very well. We came back rather early because the general manager wanted us to carry on with essential maintenance and to get on to date with the plant maintenance, which hadn't been done for quite some time, and we seem to have got through it all right. I would like to think so. It's certainly a lot better than it has been in the past. We seem to have a plan that is feasible going forward, and hopefully we can carry on with that and improve things and get the railway running a lot better than it has been.
that's the end of the final episode of the first series of Windle and Wensleydale Railway. Hope you've enjoyed them all. They'll all be available and continue to be accessible, so go back and have a look from the beginning. It's giving you a snapshot of the summer, 6 months across the rebirth of Wensleydale Railway post-Covid. Hope you've enjoyed watching them as much as those people have enjoyed riding the line. Hope to see you at Wensleydale soon. We're building up to some interesting and exciting October events, and then it's Polar Express. So, are you coming?